So, hey guys, welcome back. Today we are going to talk about the Roblox subscriptions that Roblox has got out just recently. And these are in game subscriptions where you can support your game by buying a real money paid Roblox subscription. You can use Roblox credit or another payment method, just how you buy Robux. This creates a much more immersive experience and help to support your game more in other ways. But with this new subscription process, there has been a serious and big problem that maybe Roblox has not thought about, and developers are probably not sure about this, is the global PPP, meaning purchasing power parity, which determines the different prices in different countries and how they are, and the different prices in different countries. And this may vary depending on the GDP and the GNI of a country and how much general income is created by a one person in a GDP is the gross domestic product, meaning the amount of money produced in a country. It doesn't matter if it leaves or it stays, it's just money produced. And US is one of the biggest economies in the world. And then GNI is the gross national income, meaning the average income earned by a citizen or the person who lives in that country in a year. This can also be a factory located in one country, but the money goes to that country that where they are from or where they are sending the money to. And yes, country, if the GDP is very low and GNI is pretty high, it's probably considered a semi-periphery country or pretty middle developed country. If the GDP is high and GNI is low, that means the country is very less developed. And if both are high, then that means the country is very, very developed. And different prices in different countries may vary. For example, many countries in Africa have a price of their average income is less than $5 a day, and most of them have 60% in poverty. So, how can different prices in different countries for Roblox subscriptions vary? And this is a pretty big problem because developers don't know and have so much details and analytics about the different prices and the average income and GDP in a country. And this creates a lot of problem because some people can afford a $15 subscription in the US, but in another country that is a lot of money, and it cannot, and the developer should not be able to determine the price for a user in another country. And while this subscription basis goes more globally and in different countries, this can create a big problem. And this is why we need more details and we need more Roblox to update the systems and create a better way for people to buy subscriptions around the world. And this is a pretty global problem about different prices, and it can vary, and probably the same subscription that you might buy in the US. For example, if you have a $10 subscription in the US, the price in an African country has to be less than almost $1 because their average income is around $20 to $25, and it has to be less than $2 or $1. So these different prices have to be based on some AI where database where AI can help determine the different prices for different countries, and because developers may not know the full analytics and statistics of a country, which make it harder for them to determine what price they can. And it might be seen as unfair, or because you have a $20 subscription and then like less than $1 subscription in another country. But that's how it has to work in order for people to buy it. And while the subscription is a pretty cool thing, it is not always good for the users, and most of the benefits I've seen which games have subscriptions are not very best. I would say in the case for the price, you can get a $9.99 subscription, $10 subscription for an education channel, or another website which can provide you a lot of information or helpful skills, while a Roblox subscription may not be the best idea for a lot of people and something which might not seem very necessary to purchase. The Roblox prices are pretty well established, and I think Roblox has done a good job determining the different prices, but for this exact problem, it seems very difficult because this is set by the developers of different games and not Roblox itself. And just has come out last year and it's a pretty new thing. And this may have a lot of problems with it determining the different prices, especially for what benefits and how those benefits should happen. And this creates a big problem. So I feel that developers should not be able to determine so much of the value of the subscription itself. I know they're trying to grow their game and, earn money and profit out of it, but it's not very great for the user and the people who are having the experience because this can create a lot of problems. And Roblox might be fixing this or having other strategies to develop and make it a more better functional system. But for now, I would recommend not to buy the subscriptions yet. Even if you want to support your favorite games and all of that, it's really good. But there's so much problem, and there's another problem such as the different margins for a Roblox-based subscription versus a money-based subscription, and the price difference might be if you have something for like a 1K Robux and you have a certain benefits, but then you have something for about $15 and it might be a little bit different. And it might be a little bit different. It may have uneven benefits or it may have more benefits or less benefits. While developers, try to get, okay, I have a $10 subscription and I have another Robux-based subscription with 1,000 Robux and then a $10 one, which is around 800 to 1,000 if you translate it to Robux. It's almost basically the same thing, but the Roblox value conversion is almost the same thing. So I think that's what developers see and they're mistaken. But when you see it as just a Roblox subscription, as a real money subscription, it can be a lot. And this doesn't matter for people who live in a certain country. This is like all of the world, especially if you live in a country which is very less developed and you cannot afford that subscription, which is $10. I would say it's a lot of money if you were in those countries, but in another country which is very, very much developed, the same subscription might be super cheap. And this is where the purchasing power parity comes in. One product in one country might be, for example, $2,000 in a very developed country. In the next less developed country, it might be $500. So this depends on what the GNI, which is gross national income, the average income of a person, and GDP, the amount of money produced in a country in a year. And this really much determines how a country is doing economically and also how much people are able to buy and afford things in a country. And I don't think Roblox has seen this aspect yet. As for now, there's not much updates on the subscriptions. And while a lot of developers are also complaining about the subscription, they feel that it's a little bit too much. It creates more difficulty to manage the system. And there are some other problems that I did read on the Roblox dev forum that people are saying about the Roblox subscriptions, but you cannot say much now. And for the good parts of this is that developers are able to earn more money, create more different ways to support game, have more better sponsorship, marketing, and even maybe develop the game more, as well as get a bigger team. And from the consumer, as the experience user perspective, it's a better way to support your game and have more benefits compared to Robux and maybe have something a little bit more which is probably limited from having the just Robux subscriptions that usually games previously had. And this Robux subscriptions is pretty new and it's still a new system, but I feel that there can be more updates. And an idea that I had is that there should be an AI-based subscription analysis where you type in the benefits of what you want what you have in the game, and then it gives you a different price range of what the subscription price should be, and it will also give you different price ranges for what in different countries it should be, and then the developer can pick in that certain price range. So for example, if I give benefits of 50k cash and a free car, if I have a car racing game, two free cars, that should be two free cars, and 50% more money earned when driving, then the subscription range should give me like $6 to $10, and then I can determine, okay, then I want it to be an $8 subscription, and then for another country which may be more or less developed, it'll probably give me a $2 to $4 range, and then I can pick $2 or $3. So it should be based on what an AI based some system that they can develop for to help the. So here we can test the AI based idea that I had. I'm gonna go ask ChatGPT a question and let's see what it answers. I'm gonna give it some few list of benefits and what how I should price it based on different countries and based on the benefits that I have, and let's see what answer it gives us. So here we can see that in US the price is $8 to $12, and then in Bangladesh it's $1 to $2, and then Mexico it's $3 to $5 based on the GDP per capita we can see, or per person we can see the different price ranges, and also below it also gives a list of some benefits that developers can choose to have, such as a free trial, and which is pretty cool and which is nice. Developers figure out the different price ranges, and for any country, not for less developed or this or because this is pretty much U.S. based prices, and this becomes a little difficult for many other countries, or many other countries may have more stronger currencies, which make it more stronger in some countries, weaker in some countries. So this is a little bit problem, and I don't think Roblox has seen this very thoroughly. And I wouldn't say there's a lot of benefits of buying subscriptions right now. I feel you should stay to the Roblox subscription passes. And if you compare Roblox subscriptions to the money-based one, I feel that Roblox subscriptions have still a little more value. You can get better stuff in something that just like passes 1,500 Robux. You can get something really, really cool versus a $8 or $10 subscription, which may give you some monthly benefits, but it might not be very useful. And I would recommend everybody to check out the subscription and see if they are very valuable in the game. Some I have seen they're okay. There's not many games who have really developed it because of the complicated system. They may be thinking about this and other creating it becomes a lot of confusing for users itself because of purchasing it and then developers having different benefits, and it make it probably makes it more uneven because I have a Roblox subscription, but I don't have it. So I mean the money real based subscription, and it causes a lot of problems. So I think many games have been avoiding it now, but there are a few games. For example, I know Driving Empire has it. I think Bloxburg also has it, and they can give you some cool stuff. But I don't think many games are really focusing out on it, and there are a lot of complaints if you read on Roblox Dev Forum. But for now, if you feel you should buy the subscription, or if you really want to because it helps supports the game, or you just want to buy it, I would say you can. But I would feel to not wait back on this before Roblox develops this, because it just came out in 2023. They updated in December, and then I think it fully rolled out somewhere in June, July of 2024. So it's pretty new, it's pretty recent. Not many games have tried it yet. So I would recommend to wait a little bit before buying, and before seeing what Roblox does with the updates, because I feel this is a little bit on the sensitive and controversial sides. And but if you do want to create like a donation game, or if you have something cool, if you're creating a really cool game, or it's based on a subscription pass or something, then it might be something you will want to have. But if as a developer, I would feel to make sure there are good prices and good benefits for them. And I would recommend to ask, maybe AI, Gemini, ChatGPT for some for some answers about how to price different countries, basically, and maybe average out for like one country if it's US $10, another country $4, maybe average it out to $6 or $7. So as Roblox gets more developed in this system, at least you might be able to put a good value price. So as a developer, I would recommend to ask AI about some questions about how you can price Roblox subscriptions in experiences. But otherwise, that is it. And as a user perspective, I would say that wait a little bit if you really, really want to. It's really necessary, and it's giving really good benefits for $2 or $3.99 a month. Then go ahead and you can get it. But I would say to wait on the ones which are expensive, because I have seen subscriptions go all the way to $12 or $13 a month, which I feel is a little bit too much. But I would recommend to wait, but otherwise, I think Roblox is doing a good job as growing in a platform, and there's a lot of new updates that are rolling out, and of new limiteds that just came out, and after a pretty long time they have been doing this. So I would recommend to hold on and wait, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video and understood some facts about different countries and different prices, and I hope that you guys would, as users, would probably a little wait and hold on, and as developers make sure that the price ranges are good for consumers to or users to buy. But otherwise, Roblox has been a really good job doing many updates and a lot of other things, that new updates and new systems that they have been developing, especially for developers. They have been really rolling out really good updates, especially. And I've also heard that they're going to also have an AI build tool in Roblox Studio in the coming future. So that has been really good. And there's many other things, especially a Zoom interface for Roblox users to communicate, and other more updates that they have been going to get out soon. So otherwise, I feel it's pretty good, but I would recommend to wait. And otherwise, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.